my channel. I'm getting ready to package up my group swap for Tony at Craft Purge's Halloween. I don't know what she's calling it. Actually, I forget. It's like it's a Halloween swap. But anyway, it's kind of a 3 for 3. So you make 3 of the same thing and then send it in, and then you'll get 3 different things back. And then usually you include 1 for the hostess. So I actually made 4 of everything. It's not required, but you know, most people I think do that. And then what was I going to say? Oh, so what it is you make an envelope or some sort of little bag or loaded tag, and then you make certain items that will go into that. So I'll show you what everything's going into in a minute, but I'll start with all the different embellishments and stuff that that I made. So one of the first requirements is a bow. So you have to make some sort of handmade bow. So I'm gonna actually move that kind of out of the way. So you do some sort of handmade bow. So so the main paper collection I used is Fancy Pants, A Little Scary is the name of it, and it's like one of my favorite, like, kind of bright, fun collections that I've worked with this year so far. So anyway, so yeah, this actual bow is a cut file from the Cricut design store, and it actually doesn't really make this type of bow. It makes oh gosh, it's slightly different. I think it doesn't have this middle piece, so it would have the 2 side pieces and this in the middle. But I cut an extra one because I kind of wanted it to have more like a prize ribbon style bow. And then it does cut out this little, the little tails, and I just doubled that up. So I used a glitter paper here and then used one of the papers from that A Little Scary collection. And then I added a sticker, I actually hot glued that on from, I think I got it at Michael's. I can't remember what brand it is. And then added a little spider, also like a glittery spider that I found at Michael's a couple years ago. And then I had this little tool, which I probably got from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and just kind of added that to the bottom just to give it a fun little extra, you know, layer and an extra, just like extra bling is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. So I made 4 of those. So each person will receive one of those in their loaded. So I actually made a loaded tag, but so that they'll receive one of those in there. And then the other requirement was some sort of handmade embellishment. So I actually did just kind of a little cluster. Kind of looks like a bag topper a little bit, but it's not. It's just a little cluster. So I'll show you those there. And so I started it off with, this is actually paper that I got at Michael's during their paper sale, and it feels almost like handmade paper. It has almost like a fabric-y texture to it. So I just cut that in strips, and then you can see on the back, and then just kind of bunched it up and sewed it down the middle. And then I added, this was a doily that I cut. I think I cut it in like 4 pieces, and it was a really big spiderweb doily, and I put glue on it. I don't know if you can see that there, and then dipped it in black glitter that I got at Target years ago. And then I added a piece of ephemera from the collection, and it's kind of hard to tell, but I stitched around kind of the house part in gold thread. And then I layered one of the ghosts from the collection on top, added a little bow just for some extra dimension, added a little bit of this black cheesecloth behind, and then the star is from Hobby Lobby. I think that's from Christmas, but I always think stars look really cute for Halloween. And then plus the paper has kind of a blue splatter and the silver stars on it. So I thought that star was really cute. And then these are the big chipboard pieces from Tim Holtz several years ago. I think he's still selling it, so you can still find it. And then this is also something, I don't know if it's new this year, but I did buy it this year from Tim Holtz. So you get some of these little black and white peppermints, and then also little peppermint sticks. But I just used that, like kind of like a little cabochon or something. So anyway, so I made 4 of those. Let me show you those a little bit closer. So this one's an uninvited guest, collector of the peculiar. But I really love these. I've used these for many years, these chipboard pieces. They're really nice and thick, And I just love the little sayings on it. Tim Holtz does such a good job of making Halloween like spooky, but also fun. Like it's, you know, it's not cutesy, but it's definitely like whimsical and fun. So, but spooky. So anyway, so everyone will have received a handmade embellishment. Then you had to do 10 die cuts. So I actually die cut this little envelope, and everything has the same exact thing in it, but I'll show you. So here's the envelope, and I actually used the vellum from, I think this is from Frank Garcia's 31. I think that's what this specialty paper is. And I just used it, and I used a die. It's a really cute die from Sammy Garra, Garra, I think. And it makes this really cute bag, and then it has like a little butterfly like enclosure or tab. So you just fold it over and the butterfly comes through here. But I'm not going to bend them because my die cuts don't quite fit all the way in. So I made those little bags to hold it. And then inside, I did this really sweet witch. So I think she's from a Coco and Reno collection. I did these little words. Whoops. These are AliExpress a couple years ago. So Eek, Candy, and Boo. And I like those because they have this little tab so you can hang it like a charm. Or if you want to, you can just cut that little ring off, and then it can just be a word. So just depending on how you want to use it. I did 2 moons that I cut out, and then 2 of these witches. So this I cut out using the paper from the Fancy Pants collection, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's a really sweet, looks like a cable knit sweater. But I really like that rather than using just regular black cardstock. But I thought the recipient could use, or excuse me, could make some kind of embellishment with the moon and then the witch flying across. So did 2 of those, and this one I went ahead and put together. You didn't have to put them together, but whoops, this one I did just because I didn't want the pieces getting mangled. So I made 2 different lollipops. So that's really fun. And then I had an old Stampin' Up! Stamp that I've never ever used, or excuse me, die cut that I've never used, and it cuts out the word wicked. So I did that twice, one in black glitter and then one in like holographic paper. And so I thought the person could either use them separately, or I usually like to, sorry, I'm having trouble. But anyway, kind of layering it like that, offset, and then it gives it a lot of dimension. So I thought that was really cute. And then I also did 2 little treat bags, or, you know, like trick-or-treat bags. And this again can be kind of layered like that. So you could just make one embellishment, or you could do 2 separate ones. So anyway, I think I did what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I kind of did 14 altogether, but I still felt like it wasn't very much. But anyway, so hopefully everybody likes that. And then the fun thing about this type of swap is you don't know who your partner is. You're sending it in, and you know, Tony's just going to divvy it up, and you know, you're going to get what you get. And you know, everybody's creative, everybody does a good job. So it'll be really fun, and you know, just to see what everybody comes up with, because we're all super creative and we all have different ideas. And even if we use the same paper collection or some of the same things, everything we make is going to be different. And I think that's what's so fun about these big giant group swaps, is you really get to see people's creativity come out. So and then the other thing was either something else handmade, or you could purchase something not expensive, like a $1 sticker pack or something like that, or $1.50, or you know, maybe $2 sticker pack or something. But you have to keep in mind that all this has to fit in one envelope. So when Tony sends it back, she's putting all 3 of your swaps, and they'll go in one envelope. So you try to still not get it too crazy bulky. But so I made this as my, rather than buying something, I thought I would just make something. So I had made these a couple years back, and I wanted to use them because I had some extras. And this, so what this is this is like a little paper keychain, and I made a coin embellishment. I think I originally saw Alice of I Am Absolutely Alice make this coin. And so I made these, like I said, a couple years ago, had a couple left over that I didn't wind up gifting, and I used it on the keychain. So this is just a die that cuts out, I don't know if you can see the back, that keychain piece, and it's you know, twice as long, and then you fold it over. So you stick it through this ring, you fold it over. I did mine up on Pop Dots a little bit just to make it a little bit thicker, and then I glued my coin down on top of that. And the way I did the coin is, this is actually a Cricut cut file. So it cuts the moon out with this little highlighted sliver, and it cuts the witch. So, and then what I did for the moon is I went ahead and glued the 2 layers together. I added tulle. I sewed partially around it, added my sequins, and then I went ahead and closed it off and then went around a couple times. So I don't sew super straight, and I find it easier. If you don't sew super straight, is to just go around something a couple times, and then it purposely looks like you did that. So just a little tip. And then added a little word fetty that I made, Good Witch Gone Bad. And then these are, I think all of these are actually from AliExpress. So this really cute little star bead, this really giant candy corn. That's like one of my favorite like iconic candies when I decorate, or not decorate, sorry. When I craft for Halloween, I love using candy corns. And then this little spider web, and then these really cute pearl spiders. So I thought that would be really cute, and the recipient can use this, like if they're doing some kind of little tag flip or mini album, they can go ahead and just hang that right from there. So I did them all exactly the same. You're supposed to kind of try to do them mostly the same. I mean, obviously, if you don't have enough stickers, you can switch the stickers up or whatever if you're embellishing, or like even your charms could be slightly different. But it's still supposed to be relatively, you know, the same. So, okay. So, Not Every Witch Lives in Salem. And then Witch Please. So, super cute. And I'll post all this stuff on Instagram so you can like really get a close-up good picture if I didn't show it to you very well here. And then the last item that you are to include is some sort of sequin mix. And this one here I made. So this is a really cute die set by, I think it's the Greetery. So if I'm wrong, I'll try to make notation of that in the video. But I'm pretty sure it was the Greetery. It was a couple of years ago at Christmas time. And I don't know if they still have it, but it cuts out this shape, and then it also cuts out more of a round, like peppermint shape. It's really cute. So you just cut out like a back piece. You cut out this like kind of top frame, and it cuts out these little, I don't know if you can see it, but these little extra accent pieces. And then it cuts the middle out. And you can purchase from them these little plastic bubble things, and there's a 1/4 inch thick and a 1/2 inch thick piece. So if you're doing something really flat in there, you could use the smaller one, but I did the 1/2 inch. So I think the 1/2 inch is really good. I made these at Christmas time and put a chapstick in there. If it's not a real thick chapstick, it can hold like little candies, M&Ms, Skittles, that kind of stuff. But I just did a really cute sequin mix. So most of my sequins I think are AliExpress, except for maybe the real big white ones. Those are I think Michael's, and then these little crystal balls, which are probably my favorite thing that I bought this year, are from AliExpress. Oh, and then the pumpkins were Target Dollar Spot a couple years ago. So and then I just tied it with this little twine that Target had in their Dollar Spot a few years ago. So super cute. So those will be in there. And then this, I'm so excited about this. So this is the pocket. Of course, it's not quite big enough, so I really had to cram it all in there. But I think it's so adorable, and I'm so glad that I had this die. This actually I got from AliExpress a couple years ago. I think I've only used it once, but I remembered that I had it and pulled it out for this. So if you're wondering where I got this glitter paper, it's not real it's still smooth and it's not real glittery, but it has a kind of a holographic glitter in it. They sell it at Michael, or not, excuse me, at Joann's. And I bought it several years ago, and when I ran out, I went during their paper sale and I bought, I think, 16 sheets. I bought everything they had, and they were like 20 cents a piece. So I was like super thrilled about that. But anyway, the die cuts out, it's supposed to be like a loaded pocket die. And it cuts out the large outside piece. It cuts out this little framed piece. And then it cuts out this little pocket piece. So it's all scored and everything. It's a little tricky to kind of glue down, but anyway, so super cute, so worth it. I love this die, and it was not expensive. And then for the back pocket, when I die cut it out, I just, you know, put a piece of paper lower when I cut it out. So it just made like a little pocket because I needed a little extra spot. So I decorated the back with a piece of ephemera from the set, from the same paper collection, and just glued that on there just to give the back a little interest, added a little bit of trim. I did not want this super bulky, so I just did a little tiny trim on there, and then added half of a spiderweb doily, and then Shara Crane made me these really cute coffin-shaped labels a few years ago. So it says "Spooktacularly made by Paper Dreams and Things." So that's my pocket, and then I'll show you this is what's going to go there. So it was just meant to hold their die cuts. And then on the front, this is from the collection, a little piece of ephemera. I included that, and I just popped it up on some little foam dots, added a little sticker, a puffy sticker, and a spider. And then here, I just didn't want the pocket to be plain. So this set does cut out a little layering piece. So I cut that out of, this is actually my favorite paper from the collection. It's hard to see, but it's got these little cat faces with orange eyes, and it's like a sweater. It looks like a sweater material. So super cute. And then just layered several pieces. And these are actually, I think, my 3 favorite pieces from the collection. So that's what I used on all of them. I love the little witch. There's 2 witches, one with blue hair and one with like kind of a reddish orange hair. So I used 2 blue and 2 of the orange hair. Love the little Ouija board card. That was super fun. Added a Michael's sticker that says "RIP." This, I love the little trick-or-treat bucket, and then I just used some Nuvo dots to, you know, make his cheeks dimensional. Added a little bit of twine here, added some little jemmies from Hobby Lobby, and then a little bow that I got at AliExpress. And then this, of course, has some of that cheesecloth behind it. So I didn't pop it up a lot because there's just a lot going into this. So, you know, I just didn't want to overdo it. So, okay, so let me just show you guys real quick. I know this video is getting long, but I want to show you how it's going to be packaged up. So, I'll just kind of show you. So I already showed you the back will have the die cuts. Then this, oops, where'd my, okay, well, I don't know where my paper went. So this will be in cellophane. So this will be going in here like that. And then I will have my bow kind of in there like that. Hopefully you guys can see. And then this actually kind of goes behind the bow. So, sorry, it works better when it's in plastic. So that will be like that. And then I will take, let's put this in a bag real quick, one of the embellishments that I made. Oh, Lord. Sorry guys, give me a second, bear with me. So then this will kind of just go behind like that. So it doesn't fit all that great. It got, you know, of course, everything always gets bulky, but it'll kind of be like that. And then I have one giant cellophane bag, you know, this same style like here that will, it'll go in. So it fits perfectly in there and I'm able to close it. So that was the other requirement, is to just make sure to have it in something so it doesn't get lost in shipping, or, you know, when Tony gets it, she can easily divvy it up and not lose anything. So anyway, that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much. I had so much fun. This is my absolute favorite time to craft. I'm super excited. I'm going to be making some more stuff and showing it here, and hopefully you guys come and watch. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.